Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor, in life as in death.
This feeling just now, that was the sigil stone, wasn't it?
Yes, the fragments will be distributed among the keepers tonight.
Very well. That only leaves us with Pegast's excavation. Are you ready?
I am. What is this about?
I'll make it short. We assume that in the last cycle, the Pyreans worked on a machine which they hoped would save them from the cleansing. An old artifact which they tried to put back together.
A machine? How can a machine help us against the cleansing?
Well, we do know that the cycle is not an ordinary threat. It functions in a way we have not even come close to comprehending, almost like a cosmic force. This makes it naive to believe one could face this threat like a foe made of flesh and blood. Maybe, however, this machine can. As I said, the Pyreans didn't invent this machine. They merely reconstructed it from old plans they found somewhere. And if they thought this idea was worth pursuing, we should at least look into it. Pegast found an old ruin named Old Dothelgrad, which seemed to be some kind of laboratory of the Dilgar, one of the ruling castes in the Pyrean era. She assumes that we might find hints about this machine there, or maybe even a prototype. I want you to help her in any way possible. Maybe your gift can reveal things normal eyes can't see.
What leads you to believe that this machine, whatever it is, might actually help us? It didn't save the Pyreans.
Yes, because they never had a chance to finish it. The Pyrean realm was in a constant state of war shortly before the cleansing, just like Vin has been for the past few years. And even if the machine does not work, any knowledge we can get from their struggle against the cycle is crucial.
All right then, how can I get to this ruin?
It's in a remote section of the Heartland. Keeper Sakaresh will accompany you there and show you the way. Good luck.
Hey, Kalia.
There you are. The Grandmaster already briefed me on our mission. Shall we go?
I have something to do first, but it won't take long. I'll meet you there.
Just meet me at the Myrids Tower in the Northern Heartland. I will wait for you there once I finish my preparations.
For the Lord holds his protective hand over us.
Apples,
He has done
dates,
for a millennium.
bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farmer's coast and Doonville.
The Guildmaster told me to get my pay from you.
Oh, of course. Your pay for having a chit-chat with that woman. Here, I think that is more than enough.
Thanks. What's next?
Well, are you the eager one? Does all that money whet your appetite? But no, not at the moment. Oh, hang on. You know a thing or two about beating up people, don't you? Well, there might be something.
What do you mean by that?
Landlord Boric recently complained about rats in his granary, and we agreed to send him a ratter. That would be a job for you, wouldn't it?
As long as you pay me a protector's wage? Sure.
I can't do that.
Yes, your penny pouches?
We... Yes?
Guildmaster DeLorean sent me. It's about this new protector. Do you know where she is?
I suppose you're talking about me?
Oh, of course, sorry. It's just... I didn't know what you looked like. Master DeLorean wishes to see you, my dame. At once, he said. It seemed to be something important.
Why? What's this about? The caravan?
Forgive me, my sir, but I don't know.
Uh-huh. Then it seems someone else has to take care of the rats. Off you go. The guildmaster doesn't like to be kept waiting.
As I said, without samples, I just can't say, my sir. I am sorry.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I don't have better news.
There you are. Thank you for coming so quickly.
Sure. You seem upset.
I don't think that's the right word for it. Rhodus Trevian. I still remember when he was first hired in the trading post, similar to the way you were. Do you remember him?
I'm afraid not.
He led the caravan that was ambushed by those assassins.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Rhodus was an urchin child from the Undercity. But unlike the others, he chose to fight his way out of his misery. Eventually, he made it into the Sickle. He was a disciplined, honest young man. Yet despite all his ambition, he never sought to surpass his path.
Sounds like it was important to you.
He was a good person, always striving, yet with deep respect for tradition. There aren't many young people like that these days. I still remember when I granted him the Sickles badge, 4 winters ago. He was so proud. I know it was you that brought it back to the trading post. I think it would have meant a lot to him, knowing that it isn't rotting somewhere in the desert sands.
I'm sorry for your loss. But why did you call me?
Suffice it to say, there has been a disquieting development. We've found traces of poison in some of the corpses. Traces of Chilean poison.
Chilean poison? But those assassins, those petrified, were the ones who ambushed the caravan. I saw it.
The petrified are sellswords, pathless and despicable people. But in the end, they are weapons, tools. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, who sent them?
So you think the Blue Islands coalition has something to do with the ambush? That woman, Onelis?
You say that so lightly. I think it's about time you learn the whole truth about this cooperation between us and the Chileans. The reason the Blue Island Coalition is here is a bargain. Have you ever heard of the Green Scarabaeus, the idol of Rhalâta?
I think so. It's a relic, isn't it? A talisman, apparently crafted by the Lightborn Rhalâta herself.
The goddess of Kile, yes. The Scarabaeus is made of a very rare gem that makes it one of the most valuable jewels in the civilized world. Well, as you might have figured, it was originally a Chilean who possessed it. Ralius Davul, to be precise, the founder of the Blue Island Coalition himself, and at that time, one of the richest men on Vin.
But now the Chileans are here. So, does that mean the Golden Sickle owns this idol now?
Yes. I will spare you the details of how that came to be, but be assured that it was the result of hard and path-abiding work, something that is foreign to those dark-skinned cutthroats. However, the Blue Island Coalition contacted us about 6 moons ago, shortly after the Chilean Civil War was over. They want to buy the idol from us.
What kind of sum are we talking about here?
A big one. Let's leave it at that.
And you agreed? That is what Onelis is here for?
It is. To be honest, if circumstances were different, I would have never agreed. The fact that the Chileans, in all their greed, were forced to sell the symbol of their own goddess is almost an allegory for the way of living. But I suppose you also know that our country, Enderal, has seen better times. And of course, all those unfortunate developments in the past years have affected the Sickle too. And before you ask, it is not as if we have to fear for our existence. But there are certain expenses we simply have to cover. In other words, we need the money.
Certain expenses?
Yes. Have you ever been to the Undercity? The house of the apothecari? The pest house, as it is lovingly called. The Sickle maintains it. And with the current economical situation, we might be forced to shut it down soon.
You support the apothecary in the Undercity? But, sorry to ask, what do you gain from that?
We do our duty. That the Sickle respects the righteous path is not just some dull phrase. And from this day, this land shall be your new home, and the threads of which Enderal's future shall be woven rest in your hands. Book 12, verse 93. Being of righteous path also means taking responsibility for society as a whole.
But why help in the Undercity? Because of Rhodas?
Rhoda certainly helped me see the Undercity with different eyes, yes. But that's not all.
In other words, the reason you've made this deal with the Chileans is so you don't have to shut down the pest house.
Yes.
Hats off. That is generous. And am I right to assume that this caravan carried the scarabæus?
You are. It was foolish. But we thought a regular caravan would be less likely to draw attention. It was a mistake. I'm responsible for many good men and women that are now dead, including Rhodas. But be that as it may, we owe it to them to find the one who did this. And if the Blue Island Coalition really is behind it, then...
If the Chileans really are behind this, do you really think they would simply steal the idol? And use Chilean poison? That would be way too obvious.
You're right, but we have to be sure.
So what are you planning on doing? The apothecary said something about samples.
Correct. We have to reconstruct the poison, and that's why I need you. It's called Dural Van, and it's made of 3 substances. Netherland thistles, dust maggot stingers, and dawnflower extract. According to the apothecarius, the thistles can be found in Golden Forest, and the stingers anywhere in the Powder Desert. Dawnflowers don't grow in Enderal, so you might have to try your luck with one of the traveling merchants in Duneville. Here, this should cover your expenses. And you have my word. If you help the Sickle in this matter, your reward will be generous.
All right.
Then leave as soon as you can. Here's a list of the ingredients. This should be self-evident, but still. Not a single word to the Chileans, understood? Rash accusations without any evidence to back it up could prove, disastrous.
About Rhodas?
What about him?
What exactly was your relationship with him?
My relationship? What do you mean by that?
I got the impression that his death got to you. Was he some kind of substitute son for you?
Substitute son? By the righteous path, you say what is on your mind, I'll give you that. But truth be told, it's a welcome change from all those bootlickers who I usually deal with. Rhodas, he, You know, if I take a look at this world as it is these days, I see so many things going wrong. Hardly anyone still respects the righteous path, save for the usual verbiage. And for some reason, they all believe they deserve a good life without having to work for it. When I grew up, it was different. Yes, I was born a sublime, but I grew up knowing that our entire life is a trial. walking the righteous path. It is a struggle, and it requires effort and discipline. Rhoda saw that. He kept on going despite his fate. In a way, he was the living proof that virtue and true path abidingness are not tied to condition, so to speak. But that doesn't mean I treated him any differently, and he would not have expected me to either. Whoever hired these sellswords will pay, no matter the price. Good luck, Protector.
There you are. Here, I got us a map from the Archmagister. Do you see that? We're here, and back there is the ruin where we'll meet Pegast. So, I'd say, let's go. You lead the way, I'll cover your back. It's so quiet here. Before this whole mess with the Red Madness and the bandits started, these roads were crowded with travelers, hunters, and traveling merchants. It's strange to see it like this, really.
Let's hope for better times. Watch out, Kalia!
Prepare yourself.
Sorry, I didn't want to hurt you.
Look, over there. That must be the ruin.
Spiders.
That was all of them.
Seems we have to go down here. This should bring us to the excavation side.
Then do it, for fuck's sake. By the prophet's ass, all I did was leave you here alone for a couple of hours. And then this happens.
But there were just too many. We did our best, madame, and...
You did jack shit. That's what you did. 3 of our people are dead, and now the goddamn entrance is blocked up. This is fucking unbelievable. Get out of here, now! I need to think.
That doesn't sound good.
You? Out of all the goddamn people in this goddamn land, you are the last person I expected to see here.
Well, the Grandmaster couldn't wait to send me on some missions once I had passed this trial.
Well, congratulations. Though I don't have the slightest idea what good getting wasted on weird droge can possibly do.
Nightshade Elixir isn't just some weird droga. It's a centuries-old recipe that was already being used by the first vassals. Maybe you should have known that before judging our traditions.
Well, now I do. And just who exactly are you?
Kalia Sakaresh, keeper of the first sigil. I was exalted together with the one you call the prophetess.
Sakaresh? You're the girl from the village.
Maybe. Have you heard of me?
Well, there are some interesting rumors revolving around you. Let's put it that way. But who am I to complain? 2 keepers are certainly better than those idiots from the guard. Actually, you've come at just the right time. You'll be surprised, but I found myself in almost exactly the same trouble as in Aldrashengrad. Seems I have a knack for that kind of shit.
Another mercenary attack?
Almost. This time it was bandits. They ran in here about 2 hours ago and charged through us like we were bloody beginners.
That's bad. Where are the bandits now?
Well, that's the problem. Do you see that hallway over there? It leads down into the ruin. And now, guess what those fuckers did? They dashed right into it, and somehow succeeded in accidentally activating some kind of mechanism that locks down the whole passage. Now, anyone who gets too close to it gets roasted like a chicken. So now we can't go down, and they can't come up.
And I guess that machine Arantil told me about is down there, right?
We believe so, yes. That is what makes the whole thing so annoying.
Are you sure it wasn't those mercenaries again?
No, they didn't wear the robes that the ones in Alt-Rashengrad did. And they also seemed kind of unorganized to me. And scared, as if they were running from something. My guess is that they were trying to hide from something and thought the ruin was deserted.
And this mechanism can't be deactivated somehow?
Somehow, yes, but would you place the button to deactivate the trap right next to the door it's supposed to protect?
Point taken.
We need to find another way down. But at least we've got a clue. Some kind of hidden entrance. We're still stuck getting it open, though. Come, I'll show you. Who knows? Maybe you'll see something in the past that might help us. Here we go. And before you ask, our dead buddy on the platform was already there when we got here. No idea what's keeping his body from decaying. It looks like some kind of magic to me. So I'd say just take a look around. I'm sure the bells have something to do with the riddle.
I've seen such burnt bodies in my visions before.
You all right? You look pale.
Yes, I just had another of those visions. I should be used to it, but they always shock me.
You did? Then this mage woman was right. What did you...
How was I right?
I did actually have another vision. And I think I now know how we can get this mechanism running.
Seriously? By the prophet's ass, that's, convenient. But who am I to complain? So, what's the deal with those bells?
They have to be struck in a certain order. Let me give it a try.
Be my guest. Just make sure that you don't accidentally collapse this place, okay?
I'll do my best.
That sounded right. Yes, that must be it. 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 Yes, that's it. Now all we...
What the fuck?
Oh,
What's
blazes.
happening? Ah!
What the... wonderful. Where the heck am I? And where's Kalia? Kalia!
Someone's there. You paid for that. There we go. That trick has yet to disappoint me. So what do you say now, you piece of shit? I'll make you pay for what you... Well, that's just great. Another weapon-wielding bitch.
Put down your weapon. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, is that so?
All of your men are dead. And even if you manage to get past us, there are dozens of guards further up. So put down your weapon, or you will regret it.
Such determination. All right, then. Die!
As you wish. Are you alright?
What the heck was that?
It's nothing. Did he hurt you? Can you walk?
Nothing? You didn't answer my question, Kalia. What in blazes did just happen? Your eyes, the mist, you. You were different.
What is this, an interrogation? As I see it, I just saved your damn life. So why don't you do me a favor and keep the questions to yourself? I'm sorry, it's too much right now. We'll talk about it once we get back to the temple. Now, come on, we should push forward.
I'm looking forward to your explanation.
I fell, thank Malphus, into a thicket farther down the ruin. It was some kind of machine room, at least that's what it looked like to me. And luckily enough, that's also how the traps in the entrance are being controlled. I tried to deactivate them. We'll see if it worked. Anyway, do you see the camp down there? We should take a look at it.